you can skip to Mizuki in peace. Very good, gamers. However, we're Games and Chill. I make this video short because it's 5 in the morning in Spain, and I've been 3. I was on stream watching Ayansan de Vareza kits and first impressions of Mizuki, because I took them out because of a challenge from here that was fulfilled. This one from Sigewin, who's here. Don't read the screen and don't fulfill it. We have already equipped Mizuki because in the end he goes triple mastery, recharge, green shadow, just like Kazuha, and we all have a Kazuha set. And these are the first impressions. Leave a good like, a good ulti Bennett, subscribe, leave a good comment. Thank you for enjoying the channel video. And let's talk about first impressions.
Okay.
Mizuki bonfire. The build will be tomorrow the height you see this video. It is very simple, the build, surely. But there will always be things to explain far beyond. Obviously, she only activates herself in the field, but what about Mizuki? To begin with, it does its function correctly. Is it broken? No. Is it too bad? The truth is that, I'm going to explain to you several things that can make that if it is and that. But it's not like I'm in the middle of something, your job does. And you'll see gameplays where I've made hauls pretty fast within what fits for it. Which is the abyss today with Mizuki at 70. Considering that the whirlwind climbing uses the character's total mastery and character level. That is, my Mizuki is not. I still don't know the additional damage I'd give from whirlwind. Because the gameplay you're seeing from Electrocharged with Mizuki, with Najin, that makes many whirlwinds also with its ulti, is also with a Jin to 70. And the rooms has made relatively simple and fast with Fischl, which is a 4-star, and Furina. But all this and what we have tried so far also makes that when Mizuki is 70 and Jin is 90, with the extra whirlwind damage we have a damage. Extra fairly decent that can make the rooms do faster than we thought. So, first impressions, it's not broken, or it's going to be. Don't confuse the well with the skip. The problem and the clear skip comes from that she's still A. We're going to call her Carrier Nemo. And why do I say this? Because her main function is to be in the key, that you can play off the field and, yeah. But your main function is to be on the field. It's not John, it's not Chanyeon. It's more like Sucrose and Sucrositaser, or even Xiao or Scaramouche of what you can think of. Now Xiao and Scaramouche use multipliers, and Mizuki of Mastery and Whirlwind that are different. But Mizuki, think of pulling for it. Not only that, but it not only steals your time in the field like a carry, but it's going to rob you of good supports off the field. Why? Because, first for the Nainu. As if it were Sucrositaser because it does not activate Yellen or Xingqiu. It does not give basics. But as Mizuki heals as Bennett up to 70% of his life, will never be full life and will never activate Furina's talent that will cure her full team. The whole team, at least one tick, so it doesn't work well with Furina either because the teams, Furina, you're gonna realize they're always in the middle of life. Jin, because Jin already gives you overhearing to the whole team, and Jin makes a lot of whirlwinds with his. But you have the dilemma here, and it's that Jin, if you go triple attack to cure more, it doesn't hurt. But if you bring Jin triple mastery for whirlwind damage, then cure a little less, which will still cure well because it has overheating, and so you raise the ulti to 8 or 9 instead of up. To play Jin with the ulti at 6 or 7, which I know I also, if I am. But there, you depend on a Jin in the team to be able to play Furina. In order to be able to play Electrocharged with Mizuki, which characters can apply Hydro out of the field that will not go to basics like Yellen or Xingqiu? Almost none, the truth. Then you depend on Furina, and you depend on Jean. It's weird, and then last you can play Fischl or Ororon. But remember that Ororon has some buffs attacking even the character Ini, and those buffos Mizuki doesn't care. So Fischl instead of Ororon also works perfectly. In addition to these equipments having no mechanics with NATLAN literally, but Ororon could activate the parchment set, So in what sense is Posha? Because Poha isn't, because her function does, but in the sense that you don't want to carry more NIM on your account because it's not that it's carrying, but it's going to steal seconds in the field. You don't want a character that steals seconds in the field and steals very good supports, because I also think you're going to be able to play some melting variant where you play with Faye, Xiangling, Kaya, and an extra Rosaria or Diona or something like that to give you more cryo. In the case of playing Xiangling Kaya, Rosaria is an inverse melt, but you could play, for example, a Kaya Rosaria Mavuika, where Mavuika here will melt all the hits and do good damage, and it will activate the parchment set and you can play a melt, but again you're stealing. At least Mavuika and Electrocharged you're stealing, say, Fischl and Fiorina. I mean, let's say, I repeat, it's not Pocha. That's where the skip comes from, and finally, the constellation issue when you pull it out. Well, the cone makes an extra hit every 3 seconds. Very strong, which is an additional whirlwind. You will see a large number, and you will be excited. The C2 is activated only in the field, but if you get that, 1500 masters with his weapon and so on, 60% elemental damage to those outside the field, so if you'll see equipment, as I just explained to you, melted or electrocharged with characters off the field, making a mess of damage with 60% more elemental damage, but little more, I mean, to have fun and make a team around MIZUKI. The C3, Pilgrimage, this is the elementary, +3, which will make you do more damage to Whirlpool than if you combine, as I say, a team from MIZUKI with Jean. You'll see how much damage from Torbellino of the two of us, and you might see her. Very, very, very funny. Or the other character who also makes multi-hits and Nemo out of the field is Lynette. The problem is that Lynette doesn't cure, she heals herself, but she doesn't cure, so she'd be like a Zob DPS Lynette, who actually put Lynette on the test. But again, for Lynette to do good. Torbellino Damage, the Anemo that makes Torbellino must carry triple mastery and be at level 90. And many play Lynette at level 80 because she does what she has to do, and that's it. The elemental, +3 is for more damage from Whirlpool. The C4, when picking up, that's when you basically cure yourself, the character gets healed, restores 5 points of energy. Elementary, that's why you didn't build power recharge, and 4 stacks basically. The C4 goes from cost 60 to cost 40. And now, I mean, they're basically the cheeks doesn't have a lot of text. It hasn't been worked out much. As long as MIZUKI is in elementary ability, the whirlwinds have 30 probability and 100 critical. That is 1 in 3 whirlwinds jumps critical, and so you'll see stronger whirlwinds. End of the first impressions, a bit redundant and strange and paradoxical. It does what? I'd really say that's the verdict. He does what he has to do. I'll try when I raise her to 90 with the additional whirlwind damage, but that's what it is. It's not a Pasha in itself because its function fulfills it well, and you're going to pass the... But as I said before, it's unnecessary. He steals good supports from you. He steals your time being in the field of using others. He's got a building facility, yeah, but let's say that is of the variety that there is in Genshin today as another character of the pile. That is the actual description, of course. Now if a character is not Pocho by the amount of power creep, so if he's not there, sorry Pocho. If a character isn't broken by the amount of power creep, it's not like that. It's just one more character. Those are the first impressions. I bring you the build tomorrow. Talents, constellations, the amount of errand you need, the weapons, and the set. I don't know if there's going to be a lot of people because everyone's going to skip to MIZUKI. That you have reached the end of this video how much you took MIZUKI, and how much you skipped her. Because I cannot upload MIZUKI video build and capable do a quick post of MIZUKI build. Take care of yourselves, have a good day, don't be tiny and Chaito.